Never quit. Right now it's like 6 a.m. and you can see out that window that it is 6 a.m. I mean, I just got up. I'm tired. I'm just trying to process what's going on. But the reason why I'm saying it is not necessarily because I'm better than you in any way or that I'm more productive than you. It's more to just say that you just need to never quit. And it sounds obvious, but it's because oftentimes people will get so far in something, and then when the next day is the day that they were going to get everything that they wanted, they end up giving up and quitting. So they'll always think that the thing they always wanted was impossible, but in reality, it was right there at their fingertips. They just gave up right in time to where they couldn't get it. And this can be in pretty much anything in your life, and you're never gonna know when the day is that you'll do the thing or you'll get the thing that you want. You'll never know when it's gonna happen, it just happens. It's like, for example, when people talk about when you meet the love of your life, there is no set date when you're going to do that. You're never going to know when you're 100% gonna meet that person. It just happens. I think anybody in the entire world that met the love of their life could never give you or never tell you that they knew the exact date when they met that person. It's random. You'll never know. So I think it's the same thing with like success. If you want to succeed in something, you're never gonna know at the exact date when you're going to succeed. You can only have an estimate. You can only give it, well, it might take me 5 to 10 years to do this thing. Well, it might take me 5 to 10 years to be successful in this thing. It's all random, it's all different. But what I'm saying is though, is that never give up, because if you never give up, you can never lose at anything. That's the beauty of it all. The only time you ever actually lose is when you do give up, not when you don't succeed. So, just simple things like getting up early. It changes your whole productivity, like mindset. For me, at least, some people probably doesn't matter at all if they get up early or get up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. For me though, it really does. I feel like if I sleep till like noon or 1 p.m., that I just wasted a bunch of time in the day, and now all my productivity is gone throughout the day. So you build up your day with like super like small wins. You got physical wins, you got mental wins, and if you're a spiritual person, you got spiritual wins. And what do I mean by that? I mean like mental wins, studying something that you really want to learn and trying to understand it. So they could be, you could study how to grow a social media account, you can study how to start a business, you can study how to invest, you can study a language, study health, there's so many things. Whatever you're interested in, just learn about it, understand it. And then I think with a mental, or that's a mental win. And then spiritual win would be something like, prayer, working on like your mindset, certain things like that. Start to think more positively about everything. And physical things like going to the gym, doing an activity outside, whether you like to run or whatever it is you like to do something active. And I think if you do those 3 things, eventually it will build up over time, and it makes it a lot easier to get to that goal that you always wanted, because you keep winning. And then the other thing, if you have a certain mindset, don't think that just because you lost that you actually lost. Sometimes losing is the biggest teacher to certain things. Losing sometimes teaches us a lesson, and sometimes that lesson is so important that determines the rest of our success. So don't think that just because you lost that you're done for, like it's over for you or whatever. It's not. There's always a chance to improve each and every single day. And I'm sorry if I sound like I'm just woke up. It's because I did just wake up. But no, honestly, just never ever give up. Carry the mindset that tomorrow could be my day. Tomorrow could be the day that this relationship works. Tomorrow could be the day that my business finally skyrockets. Tomorrow could be the day that my social media accounts finally, start gaining traction. Tomorrow could be a day that I'll finally learn to speak that language fluently. I mean, you never know when it's gonna happen. You can only lower the estimation of when it's gonna happen. I feel like you can never truly predict when it's going to occur. You can make it come faster. How would you do that? Simple. Staying in line, making sure you're keeping yourself in check, not going off trail, doing what you're supposed to do, certain things like that. Like, if you're growing an account, for example, you need to stay consistent. So stay consistent. That will make your account blow up faster. If I post once a year, that's one video a year. Is my account ever gonna grow? Probably not. But if I post a video every single day of the year, that's 365 videos. So where could your account be by then? So that's the thing. Stuff like that. It's like little wins. Being consistent, being productive, improving yourself each and every single day, taking care of yourself so that you actually become somebody. You're not going to be rewarded by doing nothing. So when you give up, you're just contributing to the fact that you were doing something and now you want to do nothing because you don't see the result. So don't fall too in love with the dream that you want. It's great to have, but it's not great when that's it's good to have that goal, right? But if that's what you're using to keep in the race or in the situation that you're in, you're not going to end up lasting because you fall too in love with the prize and not in love with the actual, getting there part. You're not going to wake up and just be rich the next day. You're not going to wake up and be good at communicating just tomorrow. Everything is built. Every skill needs to be built, and you're not going to build that by just doing it once and being done and over with. All right, would you expect yourself to build your dream body in one day? No, it takes a lot of consistent work. That's why I feel like people get so much respect for it, because they know how hard it is to actually stay consistent with your diet, with the gym, with everything. It's so hard to do. And that's why people get respect, because they took the time out of their day to actually stay consistent with it to where they could see actual results. So just use me as an example of to never give up. I'm literally making these videos and they get like 1 view, 2 views, 3 views. And then sometimes I had one recently get like 100. And to me, that was everything. But there's people out there that 100 views is chump change. It's nothing to them. So understand that you are in your own race. It's different for you. It's always going to be different for you until one day that will change. But if you think that day is never going to come, it probably won't. It's one thing to have doubt, but use that doubt in a positive way. Use it as a way to prove to yourself that you were wrong. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is doing what you're supposed to do. What are you supposed to do to get what you want? Stay consistent. Probably a few things depending on what you're getting into, but the main one is staying consistent. You're not going to see any growth without consistency. So make sure that you stay consistent. If you need to, if it's really a struggle to get going, I say do what I'm doing right now. Get up early if you can. If you can't, whatever. But the point is, get up and make sure that's the first thing that you get out of the way. Get it out of the way so you don't have to think of it for the rest of the day. It's a lot better to do that than wait until the last minute. I think that will definitely improve your productivity. But all in all, just seriously, like, if you're going really far into a certain thing and you feel like you're just getting nothing out of it, understand that tomorrow could be the day where you actually do get something out of it. this sounds dumb, but I promise if you can trick your brain to really thinking this, sometimes it could happen. Most of the time it will happen because when you do something for so long, you're bound to see some kind of result. I don't think it's ever been a thing where people stay consistent for years and never see any growth. You're gonna see growth. Now, is it gonna be a billion subscribers or 20 million? You don't know. It's different for everybody. Some people get more growth than others. Some people get barely any growth at all, but maybe the way they started was different. Maybe the content they made wasn't great. Maybe the business they started sucked. It's different, and a lot of these successful people, you don't know what they were going through beforehand. You just see the end result, so it makes it seem like it's unattainable because, oh, well, this person has this, well, this person has that, and you make excuses for yourself for these people, but in reality, most of them have been doing it for years. So just understand that tomorrow could be the day that you finally get what you want. You just never know when that day's gonna come. So simple things like getting up early could be a small win for you if that really helps you. If it doesn't help you, then I guess there's no point in doing it. But some things like that, some things like reading. Like honestly, I used to hate to read when I was still in high school, which I mean technically I still am, but I'm out, I'm graduated. But if I was still in high school right now, there was no way I'd ever pick up a book and read, because I can't stand reading something that I know has no benefit to me. So when I actually got out of high school and I had a bunch of extra time, I was like, wait a minute, I actually can learn what I want to learn. So then I started picking up the books and actually paying attention and reading. And I got through a lot of books than I probably had in my entire high school career. So, I mean, it's just small wins on wins on wins on wins. When you keep doing the right thing consistently and it's improving you each and every day, whether you get the results you want exactly, you are going to improve no matter what. You will become smarter. Most of the time you think that you're getting dumber or that you're getting further and further away from the goal you want, but in all reality, you're probably getting closer than what you are. You just don't even realize it. You're too caught up in wanting that result that you seem like you're further away from it, but in reality, you get closer each and every single day. You might go to the gym for the first time, go for a week and say, well, I'm not seeing any results, or I look fatter than what I was before. But stay with it for 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, and then come back and ask yourself, where am I at now? I'm telling you, you're gonna probably have the body that you want. So you need to think of it like this for anything in your life. What's gonna happen when I hit that 5-year mark? What's gonna happen when I hit that 10-year mark? What would I look like if I did this thing for 5, 10 years? If I just kept improving it, kept getting better at it, kept staying consistent. So it's like yourself. When you look at yourself, what are you gonna look like in 5 to 10 years if you did the things now that you know you're supposed to do? You know you should pick up a book and read it because it's gonna provide you with information that you can use. You know that you should post content because you understand that personal branding is the most important thing nowadays anymore. Reputation is so important. You understand that maybe you want to travel and you want to connect with people. How are you going to do that? Learning new languages to the countries you want to go to is a good thing. Now, are you going to learn 50 in 5 years? No. What I am saying though is putting yourself in someone else's shoes, putting yourself in someone else's culture by learning their language. It opens up your mind and it's just better for you. You become smarter. It's anybody who's ever met somebody who can speak 2 languages, you always give a positive impact. Nobody's ever looked at somebody that could speak 2 languages and thought they were stupid, unless you knew that person personally and you didn't really like them. But other than that, I couldn't really think of a reason why you would think they're dumb, because they can speak 2 languages. That's such a high valued thing. So why don't you sit down and maybe just learn something? You might be like me, and cause like my whole life I was always like, I think it'd be cool to learn a new language. And when I got out of high school, I was like, I actually can sit down and learn what I want. So I started learning it. Am I fluent? No, I've been doing it for like 1 month, but I've learned a lot in a month. And the thing I'm thinking about is, what if I stick with this thing for a year, 2 years, 3 years. I could be speaking fluent by the time the end of this year if I kept going with it. But I never know. I never know when that day's gonna come because it's random. It's different for everybody. So the point of this video is just to never quit. Just use me as an example of I'm literally starting from the bottom with YouTube, social media in general. I'm literally starting from 0 subscribers, just a fresh account. And even though I only have 13 subscribers, it's just proof of growth. And I only have like 30 videos. So what would happen if I stuck with this for 3 years? Because everybody knows on social media, one video could change the whole trajectory of your whole entire account. So if you're in the same boat as me, you could be one video away from what you actually been wanting your entire life. But if you give up, you're never gonna get that. Giving up is the 100% way that you're not gonna get what you want because you quit. You're not gonna get rewarded for quitting. You'll get rewarded for consistency, but you not get rewarded for quitting. So never give up. Keep staying on the track that you've been. Keep staying on that path that you've always been on. And understand that the day will come eventually. You just don't know when. So keep the mindset that tomorrow could be my day. I never know. Tomorrow could be the video that blows up and my account changes forever. Tomorrow could be the day where I hit a certain bench press in the gym. I'm never gonna know because I gotta keep doing it. Tomorrow could be the day I make my first $1 million. Tomorrow could be the day that I land that new job. Tomorrow could be the day that I meet the one. It literally is. It's so random. But when it happens, you'll know. So keep improving yourself each and every day. Stay consistent. Stay productive. And just never give up. And you'll always win if you never give up. You can't lose if you don't give up. You only learn. So that's really it. Other than that, life isn't too short to make a change.